Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. Or is it Mondays? I don't know. Do we go back to calling it Black Opinions Matter Mondays since we're back on Mondays? My name is Amin Hassan. As always, I'm joined by Black Trey and Big Jerv. If you are not a Patreon, patreon.com/countthethings. Make sure you are a member. You get the special edition Cinephobe episodes. You get the Overflow BOMM episodes. You get the live shows that we do exclusively for our Patreons every other Wednesday. Make sure you're a Patreon. I mean, it's just a smart thing to do. And if you already are, make sure your friends are Patreons. You know, common courtesy. Got a great show for you today. Oz. We're back talking about Oz. And let me tell you now, it is heating up. We also have stories of Trey getting whooped at too far young an age to stop getting whooped, I should say. We'll hear all about that as we talk about what's the name of that show? Oh, BMF. Yes, BMF. And we're talking about BMF, which I like it. Jerv is, we'll see. We'll talk about that. We also talk about Jon Gruden telling DeMaurice Smith he got some big nigga lips. Dave Chappelle has a new special. We'll get into it. We'll throw shots at my guy, Justin Tinsley. Sorry, Justin. You had to catch these. But first, we start off with the realization, the discovery that BOMM producer Sean Little is a professional gambler. Like for real, for real? No, I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's impressive. I'm legit like, yo, that's all right. Like, no, like, I mean, I don't. The idea, like, it's one thing. Even if he's like, yo, I'm really nice at this shit. How nice? I make $200,000 a year doing this shit. Wow, that's pretty cool. But like the fact is, like, it's like you said, Trey. When you can say, this is my main source of income. Mm-hmm. Forget I make a lot of money off of this. Like, this is how I fucking pay my bills. Yeah. This is my job. That's impressive. Yeah. We're talking, by the way, because we started recording now. We're talking about BOMM producer Sean Little, who is in Vegas right now for the World Series of Poker. He's a professional poker player. I just learned this like a week ago.
Wait. He's in there for the. So I'm listening to this whole stuff. He's there for the World Series of Poker.
Yeah, not like recreationally. He's there for the World
Series.
The
Bears are playing the Raiders.
That's just convenience, nigga.
This whole time I thought that's
that's what I thought too. Jerv, when he told me he was going to Vegas, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, cool, like a big Raiders game. Like I thought it was something like that, some regular reason. Like, nah, man, I'm going for the World. And this is how I knew. Actually, I'll tell you this is how I found out. He said, going to Vegas. Like, oh, that's what's up. We're talking about. I was like. And then I said, "Oh, like when are you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there this week." I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there next week because I'm going to the Cole show out there."
Okay.
And he said, "Oh, hit me up. I might still be there." I'm like, "Wait, you don't know when you're returning?" Like, no, I didn't buy a return ticket. I was like, "What? What do you mean you didn't buy a return ticket?"
That's serial killer shit.
Yeah,
being in Vegas that long.
I was like, you know. So then he's like, yeah, I'm there for the World Series of Poker, so I don't know when I'm gonna be done. And I'm like for real, the World Series, like to watch it? And he's like, no, I'm playing. I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's for real.
Here I am over here just telling how nice I am in spades. This motherfucker is
laughing at your black broke ass.
He's like, yo, this nigga local as shit. Like, I'm
for real.
I'm out here.
The most local kind of shit you could say, man. The most local shit you could say is like, I'm nice at spades. Someone out here paying rent and fucking phone bills and power bills and everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
don't do it.
That's how he gets to be our producer, man. You know, we've lost a couple producers because motherfuckers got better jobs and shit.
That's what it comes through.
We found the perfect producer, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Yo, man. All right, so you want to start with this Chappelle thing?
That's we can start with it.
Everybody's potting about it. Everyone's writing about it. People are discussing. David, it's just lazy of you. And I said, I'm gonna quote my guy Ethan Strauss, who had a screenshot of like someone had posted the difference between the audience reaction, where it's like I think 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and like what the critics are saying. And my guy Ethan said, we have vegans rating the steakhouses. You know what, man?
That's a bar.
That is a bar and a half. We have vegans rating the steakhouses. I'm curious how many people watch that shit ready to be mad as opposed to just watching this shit. I'm curious because to me, every criticism is the same shit. Everyone says the same shit. It's like they got talking points. It's not like some people said this. Everyone said the same thing. It's lazy. It's beneath him. It's transphobic. Like, did you listen to what he said?
Because I feel like I almost didn't watch it, Amin, because of that.
For real?
No. This is the thing. Some people that I value their opinion, I'm like
Justin Tinsley. Let's say his name, Justin Tinsley.
Hey man. Hey man. No, it probably was Justin. I don't know, but I was at a wedding in Atlanta, so I just was skimming. And I looked, and I'm like, damn, what was it bad? And I'm like, you know who gonna keep it real? This nigga Amin. And Amin don't give a fuck. Like, whether he say he like it or not, that nigga not gonna hide it, you know? So I'm like, damn, I can't watch it now. I'm gonna have to wait till I get back to the house. So I'm like, what is the nigga actually saying? I'm watching it, and you know, I'm live texting while I'm watching it. So I'm like, nigga, this shit is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have talked about how I like my comedy uncomfortable, right? And also the art of it is very subjective.
A real quick point, Trey. Did you feel like that was uncomfortable?
Nah, because
like in the scale of uncomfortable comedy that you like. I like uncomfortable comedy.
Nah, because I heard way worse shit.
Way worse
shit. But the climate of 2021, it's not like, this is the thing. Climate in 2021 is so different that you're not even allowed to be your true self anymore. You get what I'm saying? The stuff that you would normally talk about, you're not going to, because you're more worried about how you're perceived by a crowd, the imaginary crowd. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In this particular situation, and they actually could fuck with your livelihood. In some cases, when niggas can say Twitter ain't real, but it really can be real in certain stances. For some people, you know what I mean? That's accessible. So you have to really be mindful of it. In this particular situation, this nigga Dave Chappelle is uncancelable. Like, he just didn't give a fuck anyway. But also, to an extent, he's saying shit where you're like, I've actually felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other shit where you're like, damn, did you really, like, I heard the Jay-Z line in my head. Like, yo, nigga, did y'all watch this shit or y'all skim through it? Because it was a lot of shit where he was doubling down, and he's like, my nigga, like, listen to what I'm saying. This is the nigga saying. Listen to what I'm saying. And I feel like people were selectively hearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Trey, I'm going to say this real quick. I would say 90%, not 100%, but 90% of great comedy that is based on differences, whether it's ethnic, whether it's sexual orientation, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
The joke is not the group. The joke is on someone else, right? What Dave was doing, which comedians rarely do. They rarely do. I'll give you a great example. I'm not a comedian. I'm not that funny. But like when the dude from WWE won the belt, and some USA Today posted, "Oh, watch his son react as his father wins a world title," and I said, "Yeah, that's cool," until he finds out that wrestling is fake. Turned out later the kid was autistic. I didn't know that at the time. Sorry, I'm not following these motherfuckers' lives like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's but that's the internet.
But here's the thing. but it's the same concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
People first said you're making fun of a kid, then people said you're making fun of autistic kids, and I said, no, the joke is about wrestling not being real. It's not about the kid.
Yeah.
The kid's a kid.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't personally know the follow up on that.
The kid's a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like the joke is that wrestling isn't real. That's the joke.
Yeah.
And so Dave did something that a lot of comedians, again, do this shit. Well, they'll say a joke, but the joke really isn't about black people or about paraplegics or whatever. The joke is about the inherent prejudices that people have about those people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dave went the extra step to explain to you transgenders have never been, or the LGBTQ has never been the object of. I'm not talking about them. What I'm talking about is white people. When he says that, like, niggas in Brooklyn are wearing high heels to not get fucked with, he's not making fun of transgender people. He's saying that's the only way we can keep white people off of us.
Right.
And the fact that people still miss that shit, that, Trey, is what tells me they're fucking skimming and they're not fucking actually listening.
Right. Yeah, no, I was saying it was clear as day. And that's why I was kind of like, oh, it's a lot of criticism, but I'm like, wait, how? What am I watching that nobody else isn't watching? And I'm waiting for me to groan and be like, oh, I gotta turn this off. I never felt that because, again, I understood what he was trying to, the overall message. Soon as you hear him getting to the point of like starting the joke, I feel like people just turned it off versus allowing him to finish that.
It's, you know what it was? Like, here's the thing. There were people, I don't know how people felt. Oh, well, I know how people felt about the last one. Mm-hmm. But it felt like people gassed off of the reaction to the last one, went into this. If he doesn't come out and say, I'm sorry, as his first joke, then like, they came in like that. The fact that he quote unquote doubled down, that's what got them in a tizzy.
I get it.
Doubled down, right? That he didn't back off or leave it alone or move on to something else. And I feel it. I feel it because he put out some art, like he said, Total Woman. It's art. Like, you're free to like it or not like it, interpret it how you want, whatever. He put out some art. People misconstrued what he did. So he came out and, like, I thought, tried to clarify. I thought he did a great job of explaining the joke, even though he didn't have to do that shit. And so, like, when Dragonfly Jones, again, friend of the program, and shout out to my one of my homies said this perfectly. He said, you can like someone and disagree with some stuff they say. Mm-hmm. You can dislike someone and agree with some stuff they say. I like Dragonfly Jones. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's great at what he does. Also, when he says, oh, LOL, OMG, this dude is still talking about Twitter like we have rent-free, like, to me, that's a cornball comment. That's a comment. Actually, what it is, it's a clout chasing comment. That's a comment you say on Twitter because you know this is going to play really well on Twitter. I'm going to criticize Dave Chappelle's thing, and I'm going to use some real strong internet patois while I'm doing it. And I like Dragonfly Jones. That's my guy. I'm not saying this with malice. Same thing, like we started by joking on Justin Tinsley. Tinsley's my guy. That's my guy, man. But I'd be lying to you if I said, like, I read Justin's article and I was like, he makes some good points because I feel like
I didn't read it. I ain't gonna lie.
I read it.
Oh, I'm saying I didn't even know it was an arttle. So
yeah, no, that's why I said Tinsley.
Shouts to Justin though, but I didn't read that shit.
I didn't pull his name out of thin air.
I didn't read that shit. He my nigga though.
He's my nigga. Yeah,
I told him stop yelling at that dog before the white people come for you. Hey, I don't think. Oh man, I love Dragonfly and Justin.
I love them both. They're both awesome. They're talented. They're smart. They're funny. They're like they've been guests on this show several times. But I'm free to like my friends and also say I don't fucking agree with you. I don't fucking agree. Justin's article is headlined, Dave Chappelle refuses to evolve.
Jerv, you quiet right now, dog.
No, because I thought it was just
playing
me,
PC
right?
or what? What you doing, bro?
No.
I'm not peer pressuring you, by the way.
It was. I thought it was just me, to be honest with you. Like I was with you, Trey. I didn't want to watch it at first because I was like, "Oh man, he's tripping or whatever." But then, literally, probably 10, 15 people in my circle were just like, "Yo, you need to watch this because it's pretty fucking funny." Before they pull it, so I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll watch it." And I watched it, and I just was laughing. I don't know, like I just come from the.
Does that make you a bad person for laughing?
No, like I know, like I feel like I just come from the era where you joked on shit, and it like you just knew it was a joke, and
that's part. By the way, Jerv, that's also part of it. But like I've learned that argument doesn't work up for some reason. It doesn't work for people when it comes to Dave Chappelle. It's like, he's the foremost thinker of our time. He shouldn't be making jokes like that. Like as if like Dave Chappelle.
That's anybody though.
Like, when people say,
he explained himself.
But that's not, but what I love when people are like, oh, I missed the 8:46 Dave Chappelle. Like he didn't tell a fucking joke in 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I get it. It was powerful. It was impactful. But I'm sorry. His job is stand-up comedian. Yes, he put out like a beautiful piece of work that explained what was going on through every black person's mind in this country at the time. He can do that. He's great at doing that.
My thing is,
but he's here to fucking make us laugh. Don't ever get that twisted.
Stop giving a fuck what celebrities got to say. I mean, I just feel like that line has to be drawn because everybody. I mean, even people. I don't even think I'm a celebrity, but people come to me saying, "Use your platform wisely." If Amin, my nigga Zach Harper got 100,000 followers, he say something, I'm not gonna be like that nigga Zach.
Don't say Zach Harper. Say Amin. Say Amin because I'm the one that fucking probably puts you more hot water than anybody else in that regard. Well,
but no, I'm just talking about like reach wise that has a lot of followers, and he says something like, "Yo, we not fucking with Chick-fil-A tomorrow." I'm not gonna be like, "All right, I ain't fucking with Chick-fil-A no more." Because he said it, you know what I mean? Like I move on my own notion, but I do understand the responsibility of how people look at you. It's kind of like Charles Barkley, where you're like, I don't want to be a role model, but apparently I'm fucking somebody's uncle or their OG on the internet. Allegedly, I'm the gatekeeper.
Jerv, me and Jerv were on the same wavelength.
Come on, pause. Pause. I'm not fucking any. Listen, shouts to people who like to do that, but I personally am not having sex with.
Okay, Chuck, go to work.
You know, that's not my thing. Rolled out a little different, but I will say that, like, again, I understand how people are receiving it, saying that he's joking about the whole fight thing, right? And people are like, he's encouraging that behavior towards the community, and I'm like, I didn't take it like that. I'm not gonna be like, all right, I'm fired up to go do it.
I'm gonna go.
That used to be the one safe space. Was comedy. Comedy was the one.
I shit did.
There's no safe space. You can't do shit anymore.
Jerv, we've talked about this before. I literally, if the joke is funny, that's all that matters to me. If the joke is funny, that's all. I've told this story before. Neil Brennan has one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. He talks about hanging around with black people, was doing Chappelle show, and they're saying the N-word the whole time. They're saying the N-word this, N-word that, and they calling me the N-word. And I'm like, oh, okay, guys, whatever. And he said at one point, he's like, I was been working, and it was like 18-hour workday, and I'm tired, and I'm hungry, and I'm still trying to plow through this. I'm super hungry. And he said, I said to myself, nigga, you got to go eat. And he says, nigga. I fucking died laughing.
Of course.
Why? Because it's a funny joke.
It's funny.
When people say, oh, would you like it if white comedians use the N-word? Like, well, not like fucking Kramer. When you're screaming, what happened with Kramer was it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. He was just fucking literally unhinged.
Hey, you know what's crazy about our community though? Racism is funny to us.
Super funny.
Hey, that's how we cope though. Like it was a meme.
You gotta laugh at it though, bro.
It was a meme that said, listen, she said, I guess I need to start working out because I'm being noticed by black guys.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
That means she thick, nigga. And like she gotta get skinny so a nigga won't pay her no mind.
Yeah. But like Trey, I think we have to explain the joke to people, right?
Yeah.
The idea, the stereotype is that
that's
like,
why, but that's where the community, those conversations are for us. And when other people chime in, it's like, man, you were never welcome to that conversation.
But Trey, here's the thing. As it's changing, what's happening is even the us, some of the us aren't getting the joke.
Yeah.
That's the part that's changing because they don't understand. It's a fucking joke, man. It's not it's not offensive.
You know the other thing though?
Unless it's like someone serious. In the same way that, remember, there was a girl, this happened like 3 years ago, whatever. This girl posted a picture talking about like, she wasn't attractive.
Let it go.
But she said something like, oh, I don't like, either I won't fuck black guys or I only fuck black guys, one of the two. But some dude said, on behalf of the black delegation, we don't want your ass. And then he said, holla at the Mexicans. And then like some Hispanic dude came in, like, on behalf of all Mexicans and all Latinos, we don't want that shit either. Maybe the Asians will take it. And then the Asian dude came and like, on behalf of all the Asians, nope. Give her back to the whites. And then the white guy's like, no, we don't want her. Like, and that was just, it's funny. Like, no, like, imagine if like when the black side said, pass to the Mexicans, and someone, how dare you? Like, it's a fucking joke. And now we're talking about internet jokes, by the way, which can be misconstrued, right? Because you don't know what tweeting, what tone they're doing, or whatever. Like, it can be misconstrued, right? This man is a comedian doing his stand-up special on a stage in front of people who paid to fucking come see him.
Yeah.
And on a special that you had to click on. So whether you paid a ticket or you fucking clicked on that shit, at that point, unless, again, he gets out of his act, like unless he does the Michael Richards thing and just starts screaming shit, yo, you kind of have to roll with this shit, bro. And it reminds honestly, I saw Brad Williams. You guys know Brad Williams? He's a little person.
I was gonna say, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, he's really funny, dude. Look up his shit. He's super fucking funny. I saw him do stand-up. And like his shit was like, yo, when you come in this room, you guys all paid a ticket to come see me. Right? He was the headliner. Like, you paid a ticket to come see me. You have two options. Ha-ha, no ha-ha.
That's it.
You could like the joke, you could not like the joke. What we're not gonna do is, well, Brad, how dare you? Like, no. Because you knew what you knew this is not a fucking open mic.
Yeah.
You knew what you were coming into. And that's just to address Jerv's point of it's just jokes. On a base level, as soon as you enter a comedy show, all that shit needs to go out the window. It is just jokes. But then you layer onto it, like it's Dave and he's explaining to you the layers of it. Like, even like, again, I'm gonna read this excerpt from Justin Tinsley's column in The Undefeated. Justin says, Where is it? Shit. The maddening part about it all, because the comparison just doesn't land, nor is it accurate. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. The quote he says is, Chappelle says, "I'm jealous. I'm not the only black person who feels that way. We blacks, we look at the gay community and go, God damn, look how well that movement is going. And we've been trapped in this predicament for hundreds of years. How the fuck are you making that kind of progress?" The flaw here is that despite Chappelle claiming that he's talking to the white community, he failed to offer any context to race and sexuality, and particularly how the black community is grappling with acceptance. That's the maddening part about it all, because the comparison just doesn't land, nor is it accurate. Neither does the assertion that black folks would have been free a century sooner had there been baby oil and booty shorts.
I'm sorry. The baby oil and booty shorts made me laugh. And I just got to laugh.
My favorite part was the MLK shit. That nigga MLK voice.
I have a dream.
That nigga using that shit, I was fucking crying. I can't fight it.
So this is what I would rebut to Justin. And probably we should have had him on, but we're recording this at like 11 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday. So
yes,
maybe we could have.
He's sleep.
I wasn't. Look, did you see Trey? Come on, man.
Tens is probably a homecoming anyway, so it wouldn't have worked out. Yo,
is that why you're wearing your Hampton hoodie?
It's Hampton homecoming weekend, good brother.
You wanted me to say something. You wanted someone to mention it.
That's all he wanted to do, man.
I fell for the trap. I fell for the sand in the tailpipe.
We're outside.
So, here's the problem with Justin's assertion. Couple things. Number one, yeah, of course, like homophobic attacks and shit like that didn't, or like gay people didn't start in the 20th century. We get it. I know. Obviously, homosexuality has been around as long as humans have been around, and there have been awful crimes against homosexuals for as long as that happened, right? It's in the fucking Bible. That's how long it's been around. Having said that, Justin, he's a comedian. Like, that's the part where it's a joke. It's funny. But the part that's real is the idea that in many aspects, not all aspects, but in many aspects, there is a feeling that, like, gay people as a minority are more accepted than being black in this country. Now, part of that to me comes down to a very simple, straightforward answer, which is three of us on this call right now. If I screenshotted it and put it on the internet and said, which one of these guys is gay? You might get one answer, or one person, or two persons, or three persons, or zero. There's nothing to indicate whether or not any of us are gay. If I sent the same screenshot, like, which one of these guys is black?
Black Trayvon.
Yeah.
Black Trayvon.
One, yeah.
Trick question right here.
The one who is wearing a Scully, but I can't quite tell if it's a Scully.
I know, right? The one with the nigger lips. Yo, bro.
Dog, man. Let me just transition real quick to fucking Jon Gruden. Yo, so Jon Gruden is the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. He was on ESPN for a while as the Monday Night Football analyst. Email came out this week. Email from 10 years ago, where he said DeMaurice Smith had Michelin lips.
Yo,
let me just say right now, it's abhorrent. It is, racist language, and I feel like I'm serious. Like, it's abhorrent, it's racist language, and I feel like his explanation was lacking completely. Like, he said it's because I call people who lie having rubber lips, and Michelin makes rubber tie. I'm like, no, dog, that sounds like bullshit, and that sounds more racist than had you just said. You just said the truth, which is, I'm not racist. That motherfucker got some big lips.
I'm just telling the truth, motherfucker.
I'm like, yo, man, like, I feel like white people get in trouble sometimes by trying to avoid. I guess maybe that tells the truth about them. If you say some racist shit and then deny it, means that you meant that shit in a racist way, right? If you say some racist shit like, "Hey, DeMar Smith had got some big ass lips," and people say, "Oh, that's racist," I'm like, I'm not saying it because he's black. If he was white, it was Mick Jagger. I'd say the same.
Like, yo, that nigga got some big ass lips.
He got some big ass lips, man.
He does have some big ass lips.
You just got some big ass lips, dog. Straight up. Even though
I'm not trying to look, yo. Look, I think he said that shit on some racist tip. 100%. I'm DeMar Smith. I'm fucking going to town with this. Also, DeMar Smith
nigga, got some big lips.
has a Goodyear lip, motherfucker. Has a Firestone lip, motherfucker.
Yo, saying the nigga got some Goodyear lips though is crazy.
I don't know where he's from, but I'm sure that's not the first time he's heard someone say that.
He's
about
definitely.
him.
That is the first time
somebody's called that nigga.
You got some Michelin lips, yo.
Coolers.
Jerv, I wrote that shit down.
Riding on dubs.
This will come.
Oh
this
man,
will come in handy.
Sick lips, dog. Sick.
Like, were you offended? Did y'all? Am I the only one who laughed when I read the story?
Which one? About that one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't laugh. I mean, I wasn't offended. I was fucking dying. The fact that a nigga could just say that, like that's some shit a nigga say in the joke circle for sure. But
that's the whole thing. Like, what if he got it off as a joke?
Like that's the thing though. If he said it and they're friends, and he like that's the thing. That's the relationship of it too. Because you might have a white homie that be joking on you too. You feel me? And
bruh,
I got some white homies that be
private conversations that they got.
He's got no relationship with them. The dude.
But he also don't have. But he also don't have swag enough to get that off. Like he don't got that.
I kind of feel like he does.
Really?
Yeah, Gruden.
Man,
got invited to some cookouts before.
Black people love Gruden, man.
Really?
He didn't had the Kool-Aid. He didn't sat down at the spades table. He might not be able to play.
Simeon Rice and all them dudes, man. Nah, man. He could have pulled it. I feel like he could have pulled that shit off. But that tells me
he's gonna start dancing like Baker Mayfield.
But I'm telling you, that tells me how I know he racist. When he said it, he meant it in a racist way.
Yeah, that struck a nerve.
If he wasn't, because if Gary Owens said that shit, everybody would fucking laugh. You know why? Because we don't question it, and because Gary Owen,
he's like George Carlin.
But I'm saying but both of those guys, George Carlin, Gary, like whatever white comedian or white person does it. White comedians, obviously, it's easier because you're making a joke. Mark Norman, I don't know if you guys follow that dude. That dude's fucking hilarious. He said he's talking about like things that black people, like white people, can't say the N-word. And it's like, but that's not the only thing that black people do that I can't do. That I wish. It's like I wish I could wear a purple suit. Fucking died, man. It's funny. It's a funny joke. So comedians, let's put them aside. But like white people in general. You can get away with saying some shit that would, on the surface level, be construed as racist if you can just fucking explain to me how it's not racist. Now, sometimes you can't. You try, but it's
yeah.
I'm not giving people a carte blanche, but I'm saying that, like, in the sense that what's an example? An example. It's called DeMar Smith, the guy with Michelin lips. If you literally just stick to look at the size of his lips and nothing else, you guys are making a race thing. I'm just literally describing. Am I supposed to say he has small lips?
So what's he supposed to say whenever this footage leaks from fucking 10, 15 years ago of him saying this shit? Is he just supposed to say my bad?
I mean, at this point, you can't do shit about it. It's like watching Good Lord Bird, nigga, and finding that fucking finding that KKK thing in the closet. Nigga's like, what, nigga? You was that all the whole time? No, that was Watchmen. Sorry.
Watchmen.
Yeah, that was
Like,
the one with
Yeah,
the naked.
Watchmen.
That was with the
my
naked
man,
blue
I'm about
man.
to say, you put my man John Brown down, man. Come
Nah,
on, man. That
I
nigga was
fuck
down
with
for the
John Brown. He's
cause.
a real nigga. He was a real white
A
nigga
real
for
one.
sure.
For real.
He was a real white nigga, bro. We fuck with him.
You can say
Watchmen
that.
is
Anyway.
trash, but whatever.
Yeah.
But like you get my point here, right? Like the idea is that like by saying like, and by the way, his explanation again was that he said that he calls people who lie a lot rubber lip, and because of that, he Michelin with rubber lip. Like if you hear that explanation, you're like, oh, you racist, dog. You racist
my
as fuck.
God, bro. Nigga say, bro, that nigga, man, he got a Michelin. What? Michelin lips, bro. I'm trying to find a relation,
I know
bro.
a couple of homies that I can get that shit off.
This nigga got Michelin lips, bro. He be lying.
This nigga got Pirelli.
Sick lips, man. Niggas just start naming all kinds of brands.
Jerv, I wrote it down. I'm using it. And not when people lie. I'm using it when the more obvious thing, when people have big fucking lips. Absolutely using it. BMF is a good show. I'm gonna say it right now, man.
Good, man. It's fucking
show.
good.
It's a good
fucking
show.
Good.
I don't know if it's a good show because it's different people making this show, or is it a good show because it's based on a true story, and so they can't fuck around too much. They can fuck around a little.
They can fuck around to keep the people not thrown in jail for more years and loosely tell some of these stories, but these characters have been, you know.
What do you let me ask this. Let's ask this question. What do you guys think is not? Like, what part of the story so far, we're through 3 episodes in, what part of the story so far are you saying like that shit ain't
Lamar?
Or that you don't think Lamar's real?
What's Lamar? Lamar's the main
man. My man that got out of jail. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, his story's a little.
I feel like I think he's someone else, but he's also like he has a real name, but he's going to be.
He's
you know what I'm saying?
I feel this is what I feel about Lamar. I feel Lamar is a combination of like different people.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet you there's a nigga that had the baby mama that he was fucking the baby mama. That's one guy. And then there's a nigga that was in and then came out and had like a turf war shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a nigga that probably like set him up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's at least 3 different people that Lamar is.
Yeah, and they found a way to make this guy exist. Person. And it's great because I like him as like the villain right now. The nigga just getting all the shit off. Nigga done went to the hospital, cutting up. The nigga pulled the flowers from her face. It was what happened, Jerv? Go ahead.
You got to throw a flag. There was a flag all on that play right there, bro. Like I hear what you're saying. Amin, maybe it's different. I feel like it's the same fucking people that was writing Power that are writing this shit, right? Like,
really?
I'm sorry, bruh. We are in episode
3.
3. This is episode. Oh, this is even better. Percentage is even better. In episode 3, 2 incidents have happened in a hospital. One, Meech walks in with a fucking bazooka, and a cop talks him down. Wow, so boom, Power.
Okay,
right?
but that's not Power. Power, he would have shot somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jerv, this is also 1985. This is also 1985.
I'm sorry. 1985, you was still a nigga if you was walking in with a fucking bazooka in the hospital.
Again, Jerv. This is 1985. So a lot of gangster shit didn't happen. I seen some shit in Compton.
Okay, cool. So the bazooka shit, the Uzi shit, let's call that. Call that.
But Jerv, I want you to understand this. Your little league coach is also a cop.
Okay.
Right? No, but you a hitter in the street and he could talk you down.
That part I understand. I just want to know how he walked with the Uzi so freely out in the open from the second he got out the car, went past the first door.
Ain't no cops at a hospital, bro. I walk in a hospital all the time.
Okay.
I could be waving all type of
Like
shit.
my nigga, the only time, Jerv, you watch too much TV because you think a cop is just sitting. No, but I'm saying he watching all this shit thinking a cop is going to be sitting bedside by a nigga. Niggas not thinking about the only time cops are sitting outside of a fucking room is a nigga that's going to jail when he finally heal up.
Or a nigga that's gonna testify.
Yes. Those are the only time the niggas be out there sitting outside waiting. You ain't gonna be walking to the hospital and be like, all right, my nigga, this nigga got a gun. Or even when you first walk in, you're not gonna be stopped. A nigga gonna tell you like,
also none of these nurses
desk.
are gonna say shit, man. They just gonna
That's
do that,
it.
man.
And niggas gonna scramble. This nigga Jerv acting like it's high school high.
Okay, what's the other thing? Like
so
Lamar
just walks into my man's room.
That's
chokes
whack.
them all up. Does all this shit. Nothing happens.
But here's the thing, though. The nigga didn't walk in with no weapon, bro. He came in with fucking flowers, bro, and balloons.
I'm sorry. When I thought vision hours was like in the daytime. Like it was fucking pitch black in his fucking room when
it's winter.
Okay, but no, this is what I'm trying to say, dog. Overall, the nigga didn't have no weapons. He just hit the nigga where he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? The nigga mouth was wired shut, so he can't really yell. It ain't like niggas. I'm just
Trey,
saying.
He's the leader, though, right? Like he's the leader of the gang, right?
Who you talking about? He's second in line.
Main man is all right. He's second in line, but
Famel or whatever.
Famel.
Cool. First in line, second in line. Bottom line is when you get hit, somebody's there with you.
They don't know where he's at. Do you not understand that? Remember when he said, like, yo, when what's his name come back, because they don't know that he in the hospital. He ain't even he ain't talked to nobody because he'll blow the cover as soon as if he actually talked to somebody, you get it? He would have already told on the nigga Lamar. Lamar out here moving like he God. He out here cutting up.
Lamar got his baby mom back. He chilling. Well, not even his baby mom.
It is baby. No, is it?
No, that's not his child.
It's not really his child, but he's just creating this shit in his head.
So she told him that's not his kid.
I feel like she's just saying that shit that women say.
Nah, bro. His man said that's not his kid either.
It was man guy.
He's funny, by the way.
No, because
Lamar's homie. No,
he didn't get a lot of TV time in this episode.
Not this week, no. Yeah. Last week he got a lot.
I feel like he's gonna be getting it off even more.
Yo, let me say one thing.
I got neighbors.
Let me say something real quick. I fucking love the theme song to that fucking. This is way better than Big Rich Town, and I love it's a Big Rich Town. Everyone loves Big Rich Town. This song's better.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I hate that nigga Meets Daddy.
Oh, the actor or the daddy?
Well, the character in the show.
Oh, okay.
He get on my nerve. He be acting like
the daddy.
The daddy, nigga.
He's a nut.
Hey, when he was getting mad at Snoop,
he off and threw that shit down.
When he's getting mad at Snoop, he was like,
if you feel some type of way because the pastor over here gripping your wife's hand up, my man, be a man and say something right then and there. Don't just be all rolling your eyes.
Hey, Jerv, I wish you could teach.
Come on.
At least you could wish me luck.
That nigga was so mad, bro. He be, boy, don't you ain't paying no rent on here. You should take that key off and go knock like a regular person. Like, nigga, what that? Listen, I love having a strong black dad in the show, but nigga, you're wildin'.
Then the nigga paid the mortgage, and you're like, I'm taking the key off of mine. Like,
I'm out.
So look, he's still broke. Where he about to go now? He about to live in his car because he ain't got no bread. Because
he definitely about to be in his car, bro. Is that a black 80s dad in the 80s, my nigga? I feel like he's just a traditional 80s dad, my nigga. I'm sorry, I didn't have my dad in my life like that. But I don't know. I can't relate.
I
lost my dad, bro. Like, what can I say? Nigga, I can't relate and say. I can't say like.
Way to make it dark, you black motherfucker.
Yo, let me ask you this, yo.
Go ahead, Jerv.
So, are they just blind to the fact that T has a 50 boys chain on and in their house? Like, I'm sorry,
he wasn't wearing it in the crib. He's wearing it. True. He's wearing it at the other spot.
He's got the mink from the fucking dragging down to like his fucking ankles. Like he's a dope dealer.
Trey, you ain't grow up with a daddy, but you grew up with a mama and a grandma, right?
Yeah.
Like, could you have something in your closet that your fucking family wouldn't know about?
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't touch my shit. I had something. I could get that off. Huh?
I'm not talking about.
You can have the finest and dope dealer fashion.
Can I boss it over?
Jerv is leaning back right now with the look of someone whose ass whoopings definitely lasted a lot longer than 12 years old.
I mean, what?
Yes or no, Jerv?
Honestly, Jerv, your ass whoopings lasted longer?
Or you was
a good kid?
I was a good kid. I never got my ass whooped.
For real?
Literally never got my ass whooped.
That's tight, man.
Ass never got.
Look at he's a good dude, man.
Good guy, man.
Let me tell you something.
Citizen.
I got my ass whooped for so long that even today,
you strike me as the individual that used to get their ass whooped by their parents. You're ignorant.
Like the only reason that I don't go into detail is because I don't know what the statute of limitations are, and I don't want my parents to get in trouble. But I got my ass. I mean, to this day, I'm still kind of like don't make no sudden movements around me.
God bless my grandma's soul, dog. She made me go get a switch outside the backyard.
But that's the one thing my parents never made me do. I never had to choose my own weapon.
So look, I got a switch. I got hit with a extension cord. I got hit with obviously a belt.
I feel like when you make them go get a switch or make them pick the weapon,
I always pick the littlest shit too.
They didn't make you go back and pick.
Nigga, she made me go get one, nigga.
Redrafts.
The switch. The racist shit about the switch, though. The shit was a cotton thing, bro. It had cotton on it. And she didn't take the cotton off of it with the thorn.
I keep forgetting Compton used to be like farmland and shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit, bro. Like that shit sound crazy.
I'm like, wait, what?
So like the shit had like little.
That ain't what I saw in Boys in the Hood, bro. I ain't see no.
Jerv, you gotta watch. What's the name of that show on Amazon Prime? Is it They or Them or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Jerv, you got to watch that shit because like that will tell you about Compton completely. Obviously, it's a like it's a.
But it give you a little twist.
It gives you an idea.
Oh, you talking about the thing that it's not a what's his name? It's not his production, but he had something to do with it. That shit. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I still ain't seen no cotton picking fields in there either.
No, but like the idea was like it was farmland, and then they changed it into like housing, and then the white people moved in. And then
that's why we got Compton Cowboys and we got agriculture on the west side.
My nigga Doughboy wasn't picking no fucking.
But nigga, that's not Compton, bro. That's South Central Los Angeles. Oh, 2 different places.
Watch yourself, Jerv.
My
run
bad.
up on you.
Look at you, man.
Mixing your municipalities up. But
yeah, I stopped getting whooped. I stopped getting whooped at 12.
I feel like whoopings where they ask you to go pick your weapon, that on some level that must got to be worse because it's like a premeditated whooping. Like whoopings,
you knew the difficulty of the pain.
Yeah, my whoopings were always heat of the moment. It was like whatever's closest, just grab whatever. It's like just like that was it. And it was like you could explain it away like she got upset. Like when they're like go get me a suit, that means like yo, I'm planning to do this shit, motherfucker.
Also, calculated in my head, I just knew my grandma's swing just wasn't just gonna be just OD. I'm like, she's 5'2". You know what I mean? Like she's at this point, she's 55 years old.
I could see you deserve to get your ass whooped a little
for sure.
This thing out here like doing the fucking calculations is like not enough torque.
So no, but it wasn't a thing till they got to a point, my nigga.
Nigga sweet over here.
This is the wildest shit right here. Look, 9th grade. They took me off the basketball team. And then they did like some damn near solitary confinement shit. I ditched 37 straight days. Right?
Good Lord.
The truancy came home. That's how they found out. Truancy,
the letter came home. They didn't call home like after like 5 days.
Listen, the truancy, no. The truancy letter came home.
Welcome to Compton.
And all of a sudden, nigga, my grandma find out. They take my TV out. They take the PlayStation. I mean, it wasn't the PlayStation. The Dreamcast. Took the Dreamcast out.
Oh, not the Dreamcast.
And close the door. So I'm literally talking to the homies through the window. Like niggas come to my window, like nigga, Nigga, what? It's this girl. I can't do nothing. I'm treating that shit. My grandma literally, my mama put a weight bench in my room.
What?
A weight
Get
bench
ready
with
for prison?
with the pig iron, bro. Sick. So she like extracurricular activities. You can do that. Do your homework and come out. I'm 13, 14 years old. So nigga, I'm lifting that shit. I come out, eat, come back into the room. I did that shit for 30 days. I feel like I'm really in the bean. By the time I get out, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a whole different type of mentality,
what's
bro.
What's my man from fucking the hip hop fucking true stories, whatever, my man. The nigga that scrap. Compton nigga with the Jerry curl.
Big Hugh?
Big U.
Big U, yeah, bro.
You came out like Big U, just
pig iron, bro. Like I was locked in though. I couldn't do nothing else. But like, no, that was the thing because my grandma would just tell me, like, I don't have to take care of you. I can put you out. But I also know that I don't have nobody else. So I have to kind of like be a good kid. Or it's a wrap. I get into the system.
That's funny.
So it was like, damn. Because she knew she couldn't whoop me no more. What she gonna do? Man, that shit ain't gonna hurt no more. I can fake be hurt. I ain't doing that shit. I'm like,
you deserve it. Yo, all the shit you're saying right now, you deserve to get your ass with some more. This nigga said I could fake be hurt.
God, be like,
that should be another level of strength that your grandma should have like conjured.
I mean, no bullshit, bro. I snuck out the house, right? My grandma would go to sleep like at 9.
Right.
We went to a strip club. I'm 15. The nigga on our block was a bouncer. I could tell this now because my godbrother actually got caught. He stole his mama car. He 13, but he's 6'4" at the time.
Okay.
He looked like a grown man. He stole his mama car, drove it to Compton, picked me up, and my neighbor's 17. We go all the way to South Central, bro. Imagine if something actually happened to us. We go all the way to South Central to like this hole in the wall strip club. First time we get lap dances. We in there. I got $20, but I'm making this $20 stretch. We like, nigga, we hype. He comes back. He gets the car all the way to the house, parks it in the wrong spot, and gets caught.
Oh, nigga. The perfect crime.
Bro, I didn't get in trouble. He did. But it was crazy because my grandma was just like, so that's what you're doing? You just sneaking out the crib?
How did she know? Hold on. How did she know you were sneaking out the crib?
Because when I came back to the house, she was waiting.
She
was just waiting. Like, you know, I turned the key. She's sitting there. I'm like,
Did you smell like strip club?
Probably did. But also, my grandma used to do some shit like, also, if I was gone, like, say I'm 2 blocks over, she'll yell my name, Trayvon, right? And you hear that shit. And then my neighbors be like, yo, your grandma is standing right there at the top of the driveway with a belt in her hand. You need to get there. And I'll be like, fuck. I know because, you know, come home before the sun, you know, before the street lights come on.
Yeah.
Nigga, the street lights been on. Nigga, I'm locked in playing video games. I don't know. I got no watch. I come home, I know I'm about to get my ass beat.
You out there later than fucking Lamar visiting Pamela in the hospital.
But I mean, this is at 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a latchkey kid, nigga. I'm supposed to been home, bro. Shout out to Latchkey Kids, by the way.
Shout out to Latchkey Kids. Real quick, because we're coming up against the time right here. Oz. Yo. At last, my nigga Jiggy Walker makes his debut on Oz, man. Yo, I got so excited. I was like, finally we see our guy show up. And he's fucking telling tales about selling Governor Devlin drugs. And I would give LL fucking did a phenomenal job playing this character.
Was that his intro? That wasn't his intro to
acting, was it? No, his intro to acting was that's a good question. It was because
this is 97.
It might be, bro.
I think it's 98.
When did Deep Blue Sea come out?
So this is 98. This season came out in 98. So he'd already been acting. Hold on. I'm pulling up right now on on
IMDb.
Google, his filmography, and it's saying here that LL Cool J.
Well, obviously, you know the what's name movie, Russell Simmons shit.
Oh, well, I mean, the Crush Group, that doesn't fuck. Crush Group doesn't count.
Count.
There's a couple of things where he played himself. That shit doesn't count. There's something called Toys where he played Captain Patrick Zevo. I'm gonna look for the thing that I've heard of. In the House started in 1995.
Okay, I watched In the House.
So he was in the house.
That's that show he had.
Yeah.
So he was in the House. He was in Baps, but he played himself. He was in the movie Caught Up, which is with
That's the movie I want y'all to. That's one movie I want y'all to do. For
Bokeem really Caught Up.
Mm-hmm.
Bokeem. And so then he was in Oz in 98 and Woo also. And then Halloween H2O. Halloween H2O, he was in that too. Which fuck, man.
What was Deep Cover?
Deep Cover was
91.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
No.
Wait, no, you talking about In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
My bad.
Yeah, that was 99.
Nigga, that nigga
you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. All I did was show you love.
I'm LL. I'm In Too Deep. I'm thinking I'm God. Shout out to Buttons.
Yeah. Shout out to Joey. But yeah, no, like so Jiggy Walker shows up in this episode. We got Saeed representing Schillinger in the fucking case against Schillinger and shit, which was like a big, hey, let me tell you right now, back in the day, we were like, holy shit. Oh, we also get our boy, my guy, fucking what's his name? His name is Raul in the fucking show, but he's so fucking. What's his name, man? What's Raul's real name? What was he played by? Luis Guzman. There you go.
Okay.
Luis Guzman's character. He
Pachanga?
comes in. He's not. Pachanga. There you go.
Pachanga.
Pachanga from Carlito's Way. Luis Guzman plays Raul. In fucking who comes in and takes over for the Latin Kings or whatever. El Norte is what they're called. Like episode 5 was fucking cool because you get like fucking McManus figuring out that who killed Ross and Hill getting in on the Busmalis fucking tunneling whatever. But the real deal is like episode 6, man, because this is all the shit where we find out that Cyril O'Reilly killed Dr. Nathan's husband, where we figured where Beecher falls in love with Kel. This might be literally the Oz episode because it all comes together. All the shit that happens.
Also, rest in peace, Zahir. Zahir passed away from the show.
Oh, for real?
Today.
Did that happen? Oh,
Today.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn, man. That's not cool, bro.
Yeah. He had a long battle of cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Always.
Well, damn. Way to.
Sorry to make it somber.
Yeah. Anyways, any other fucking observations?
Nah, not really.
No observations for me. I'm just excited with the amount of I feel like season 2 we're gonna get a lot more like celebs in it or whatever. I feel like they're hitting their hype. So it's gonna be dope.
This is where it picks up because season 1 people had just started hearing about it. I think season 2 is when people are like, I want to be on that show.
Does Rick Fox come back this season? I know he comes back.
He comes back. I don't remember if it's this season or not, but like other people are going to start guest appearing more and more on this thing. If you stuck along with us for this long, now if you thought it was so far, which I don't know, you should have, it gets really good from here. All right, let's call it a show there. I think
I just want to say this before you call it. Curb about to be back, motherfuckers.
Curb about to be back. We're gonna be reviewing the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the theme gonna be, but I'm here for it no matter what.
I don't even care. We locked in.
We locked in for power as long as we've been. Like, we're gonna be locked in the Curb. No question. All right. Like once again, thank you for listening. If you are not a Patreon, patreon.com/count the dings. Make sure you are a Patreon. You get all the special Cinephobe. You get all the overflows from BOMM. You get the live shows that we do every other Wednesday. Make sure you're part of it. Don't miss out on this. For Black Trey and for Big Jerv, this has been Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. Stay black.